Really is a. All right, here we go. We are live. What is going on, LBHT crew? Look, me and B are here cracking up back here, right? We're cracking up back here because, like, look, this Ravens game was dominant. I mean, no surprise. I mean, B called it more than anybody, right? I thought the game would be closer. B expected a blowout because this is consistent with what John Harbaugh does. Okay, if it's a top team, a big game. Oh, he'll get up for that, right? Every time. That's why we don't say he's a bad. I don't say he's a bad coach, because he can win these games. But what makes him not a good or great coach is the other games, right? The games that we're supposed to dominate. It's just not consistent enough, right? But we're not here to bash John Harbaugh today because this was a complete dominant game, right? Great job all around. Very few mistakes. There's like one fumble, not a big deal. Okay, we didn't go up 35-0 at halftime, so what? All right. But yeah, very happy. Lamar, his stats finally showed, reflected how he's been performing the last few weeks, we will all say, right? I don't think he's done anything different out there other than players have been executing better, right?
Yeah, the wide receiver core kind of showed up to play the last couple of weeks. Lamar has been he's been outstanding start of the season, and he was again today. And they destroyed the Detroit Lions. And we talked about last week. I thought the O-line was kind of rounding into form a bit. They had their best game of the season last week, but they topped that today. There were 0 sacks, 1 QB hit. Now, I mean, granted, some of that is Lamar scrambling. He is very elusive in the pocket, but they did a great job against that Lions front. And the receivers got open. The receivers made plays. The defense obviously shut down what is normally a pretty explosive Lions offense. Now, I mean, granted, they didn't have David Montgomery. They didn't have Marvin Jones. But, they have a lot of weapons out there. And the defense played great in really shutting them down today.
Yeah, I mean, look, Marvin Jones and the running back, like, that's okay. Not saying that's not nothing, but when you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Jameson Williams.
Well, I mean, Jameson, my man, got targeted 6 times. He ain't catch one of them.
Yeah. But still, he's a talent. We know he's a talent.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs was out there. He looked great. I'll give him that. Like you still expect a lot of firepower. The offensive line is still stout. You expect them to go out there and be able to put up points. But credit to this defense, man. This defense has been holding it down all year. In another dominant performance for the defense. The offense finally, held up their end of the deal. And he did it from the jump. So very happy with this win, man. Very, very happy. You got nothing. I got nothing bad to say.
I got something bad to say.
What?
Why you only give Keaton Mitchell the ball once?
Oh, that's right. He only did get one carry.
I got the one touch. It wasn't even a carry. It was technically a pass because he pitched it forward for 9 yards.
He got 9 yards on it. Yeah.
Justice. But Justice had a nice day. Gus had a really, really nice day. Gus had a great day today. I actually missed the catch that he had that went for 80 yards, and I'm like, how'd you go for 80 yards behind score? But whatever. It's a great day for Gus. A pretty good day for Justice. So, there's no what are you laughing about?
I didn't want to say anything negative, right? But I saw that play, and all I could think of was, if we had Saquon right now, that'd be touchdown. It took forever for him to run the 80 yards.
He's not a fast guy. He's just not. And that's fine. He had a fantastic day. He had a fantastic day today, as did the rest of the team. So congrats to Baltimore. Congrats to Ravens fans. We both won this week. Carolina got a win this week. Baltimore got a big win this week. So
Carolina got a win.
They did. They didn't play nobody.
They got a non-loss. Okay, none of our teams lost this week. Yes,
undefeated this week. Carolina took a little bit of an L with Jacina Anderson's tweet out there hating, talking about people don't want to come to Carolina. Whatever though, Jacina. All right, it's okay.
That's not what she said, man. All she said was they're discussing internally.
And one of them would not be agreeable to coming to Carolina. It's a wonderful. I've never been, but it's a wonderful place. All right, you should go to Carolina.
North Carolina is a very nice place. South Carolina too. Look, I actually, look, they didn't play this week, but I have a feeling we're going to be having some lengthy discussions about the Panthers because they made it known that they're trying to make some moves by trade deadline. Trade deadline's coming up here soon, so
yeah, I'm calling now. They're winning their next 3.
Okay, I believe
they're going to be 3-6.
Man, I hope so, because then, man, the conversation around them for Panthers fans is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. It seems hopeless right now. A lot of people that are down on Bryce Young, even though he's been playing better every week.
Yeah.
All right. You start, ringing off some wins. That changes the conversation. Let's see. Shout out to Matt D. He says, so I'm first. No Bazel. Ooh, where is Bazel? He probably taking a nap. That game probably put him to sleep. Yeah. And Rob, what's going on? Says, can't wait to hear all the excuses the analysts come up with. Listen, man, this is the thing. Sometimes you can just be wrong. You don't need to make an excuse. Just say, hey, I got that one wrong. Like that will happen a lot in the NFL. Why we were laughing, right? When we were laughing when we came on, wasn't because of this game. It was because of the Buffalo Bills, man. The Bills and the Patriots. How many of you guys picked the Patriots to beat the Bills?
Buffalo Bills.
Like, I have to start agreeing with B, man. The Bills might just be bad. I mean, it sounds crazy to say because just last year, I'm thinking, man, they're going to win a Super Bowl. They don't look good this year.
They don't look good at all.
And they have the talent. I think Josh Allen's playing well. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've seen him play a couple of games. He looked good to me. Stephon Diggs is still Stephon Diggs. I don't know what's going on with the rest of the team, though. All right. But yeah, that is not a. I mean, I know it's a division game. You can never write those off, but they don't look good.
It is the New England Patriots,
and they were this close to losing to the Giants last week.
Giants got a big win this week, though.
They did
for them, 14-7. That must have been a thriller.
Yeah. What's up, One Sessions? He says, "What's up, LBHT fam? Great team win, and the offense still hasn't reached its full potential yet." I agree with that. Zico Kage, salute. Thanks for coming through. MDT Sports, yes. Z the Beast in the house. Who was the guy here? Bucks in the house says, "Yay, $100. Thank you, Ravens." Oh, got a little money in your pocket. Got a little money in your pocket. Well, let me direct your attention.
Why can't you just be happy for the win?
Let me direct your attention right below B there. $ LBHT show. That's the Cash App. Okay. Oh, I didn't put the pin link in the comment. I gotta do that. Oh no, but that's right. The Cash App works. Okay, that's how we do our super chat over here. All right, I'll put the link in there.
There is a link down here though, right below me as well. Patreon.com/LBHTShow. Because actually, I mean, I think that's kind of the show at this point. Like, there's not really a whole lot else. I do want to say shout out to Tyson Badgett, Shepherd alum, who got a big win today for Chicago over the Raiders. What was it, like 30-12 or something?
Who's Tyson Badgett?
Tyson Badgett was the quarterback at Shepherd University over here in West Virginia.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, that's what the Raiders lost to?
Justin Fields is hurt. Oh, I mean, to be fair, the Raiders were starting while they played Brian Hoyer and Aiden O'Connell because Jimmy Garoppolo is not as well. So,
but isn't that his guy? Isn't that the coach's guy, Brian Hoyer?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, what's the problem?
The problem is his skill. His skill level is the problem. And Aiden O'Connell as well. He's not very good.
Yeah.
Combined for 3 interceptions. You don't want to combine interceptions. That's not a recipe for winning.
What's going on, Danity? Listen to Danity, everybody. Hit the like button and subscribe if you are proud of the Ravens. If you're a proud Ravens fan right now. Yes. You got 83 people in here. Hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. All right. Every now and then we give you these post-game shows at the Ravens and Panthers games. Panthers are off this week, so it's just a Ravens post-game show. Also, we do a live stream every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. All right, where we cover a lot of stuff. Okay, a lot of stuff. It's a lot of fun over here. Rock, what's going on? Says Saquon hitting the goalposts. Oh yeah. Saquon taking that to the house. He sees that wide open field.
He scored today.
Yeah.
Oh, Saquon, that was nice.
Look, It's a slight jab, I guess. It's nothing big. He got an 80-yard reception. I'm not going to complain one bit. He played a very good game.
Listen, not everyone is super fast.
No.
It is what it is. It's not it's just it's funny.
And shout out to Anonymous for the 333 says, congrats on the win, Ravens. Looks like Lions fans were getting too cocky. Good way to shut them up. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, fan bases do that. I'm not even mad at that. I did notice one account. I wanted to screenshot it because I knew that was gonna come back to bite him. But he was just like, game plan for the Ravens, make Lamar pass.
Oh Lord, you don't want to say it. Like, listen, if you're gonna say things like that, you should watch the players play, right? Because if you would watch Lamar play, you would know that's not a thing that you want to say about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
You just following the national narrative. Whatever.
You made him pass.
You learned today. You learned today, though, and that's what life is about, right?
So always learn. Addict. Thanks for coming through, bro. Appreciate it. Clot's in the building. What's going on? Super Brothers in the house. He says Bills are not good. Man,
not good, bro.
Listen, I like Josh Allen. I like to see him do well. I like Sean McDermott. I used to like him. I don't know about him anymore. Former Panthers defensive coordinator. Yeah. I don't know, man. I like Stephon Diggs, but yeah, they don't look good. They don't look good. No, Endo, what's going on? Says, what a day, what a day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Who else we got in here? Zeta B says he almost fumbled. That's why. Who almost fumbled? Who almost fumbled the ball?
Is he talking about Gus?
I don't think he fumbled that. I don't know. I could have missed it. Just Aloe, what's going on? It says, even the commentators that claim to support Lamar act like he just learned to throw last week. They always do that.
I was getting a little annoyed with Greg Olsen, acting all surprised that Lamar was throwing the ball well. But yeah, it is what it is.
DDSQ, salute, says, what's good, y'all? Great win for the Ravens. Glad Lamar balled. Lions YouTube was disrespectful. 16-1 versus NFC teams. Don't look now. My Bucks are 3-3. Let the talking begin. Yeah.
How you lose to the Falcons today, though?
They lost to the Falcons?
They lost to the Falcons. How you lose to a team whose quarterback lost 3 fumbles?
Today?
Yeah. Desmond Ridder lost 3 fumbles today. Bijan Robinson had 1 touch the entire game because, as their head coach said, he wasn't feeling well. And you still lost.
Yikes.
That's terrible.
I picked them to win. This isn't a good week for me on my picks. What's going on, Jonathan Washington Jr.?
Not feeling well prior to the game next time.
Yeah, please. Have you noticed like that these teams are waiting later and later to tell you what's going on with their players?
Yeah.
I don't like that. Like they need to make that rule. Like it's got to be a cutoff, like 10:30. All right. NDT Sports says Eric Mangini and Nick Wright thought Lamar Jackson can't throw. I mean, Eric Mangini, I had no respect for.
No.
He was never a good coach. He's not a good TV personality. He's not a good analyst. He's not anything to me. I like Nick Wright. Nick Wright does that thing though. He kind of goes back and forth to try to, get a reaction out of you. But all in all, I do like Nick Wright. Yes, Stanley. This is what I'm talking about. Easy win for once. Thank God. That's what I'm talking about. Right? This is what I thought was going to happen in the Colts game. This is what I thought was going to happen in the Steelers game. We can just have a comfortable win, feel good vibes like we have right now.
John Harbaugh in that locker room, like, I don't like this.
Yeah, he said, this doesn't feel good. This isn't good. What's going on, Kimberly? Says, hey guys, Ravens take the W. Yes. Thanks for coming through, Kimberly. Let's see. Shaheen, what's going on? Says, screw the work. I'm going to watch LBHTShow until morning. That's what I'm talking about. Salute to you. Agent E, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Malik B, what's going on? Yes.
I could not get over Agent E's avatar. I really can't. He looks like a bad 3rd grader. He's just out there causing trouble.
Kahan Yasharala. I think I said that right. Let's see what sports shows say now. I bet you I did. Is it Yasharala? I think that's how I say it. I have to know now. Kahan, please let us know if I said it right. We like to get names right around here. I need to know. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if I was at least close. All right. Thank you, Kimberly. She says she loves the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. They're going to praise Lamar this week, and then next week they'll go back to say, well, I don't know, if he can throw the ball, because even Ryan Clark got on it this week. He's like, well, I don't know. He said he trusts Jared Goff more than he trusts Lamar right now. And I get what he was trying to say. He wasn't trying to say Jared Goff was a better quarterback. He was just saying he has a better team around him. Like, what their offense is, what they can do. We don't know what the Ravens can do.
That's nothing to do with your trust in Lamar, though.
Right. You can trust Lamar. You can say I can't trust. You can say I trust the Lions offense more than the Ravens offense.
He led in the Steelers show.
Yeah. If he said I trust the Lions offense more than the Ravens offense, I would agree with him. I still agree with him. Right. Because I think the Lions are more consistent.
They have better players. But like, if we're going to factor in the quarterback, I still trust the Ravens offense more because of Lamar.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. But
yeah,
I don't think
kind of removing the quarterback from it, then yeah, they have a much better offense.
Yeah, I just don't think every team has bad games, but I don't think you're going to see a game from the Lions where there's going to be 9 drops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like total, yeah, I would trust them more. But yes, obviously Lamar is just a superior quarterback. He showed it today. Cam says Josh gets too many excuses. He doesn't get any excuses. They just don't talk about him. This is our frustration with how Lamar's covered is he gets scrutinized just for every little thing. But I mean, how often do you hear Josh Allen in the headlines for anything? Like when you watch these sports shows, First Take, First Things First, what's Skip's show? Undisputed. When do you ever hear them talk about Josh Allen? When do you ever hear them talk about Justin Herbert? Right? You don't really hear anything one way or another, unless they have like a really good game. Then they'll mention it. But other than that, they just don't talk about it. They don't need to make excuses. They just don't talk about them.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to get those 15 fans for those teams to react.
Ferris says Brian Daboll don't like him, and I think Leslie Frazier don't like Sean either. Sean McDermott. Oh well. Yeah,
sucks for them, I guess.
Yeah. Osman, what's going on? Says hello, all, grinning from ear to ear. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I like to see. Jeremy, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Whereas the Ravens offense been all season, this is the first time that they've scored 30 or more in the last 18 games.
Yeah, it's been a struggle. And that's because of the way they built the team and the way that they run the team. We gave EDC some credit for going out and getting Odell, for drafting Zay Flowers, and you're starting to see what Lamar would look like with some real talent around him. And like Odell's not even impacting the game too much, but Zay is a legit playmaker. And it's like we always talked about when we say deep on the defense. It's just about getting more and better talent around your quarterback, because those guys are multipliers for your quarterback's ability. Lamar is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and if you combine his playmaking ability with guys who can make plays on their own, you'd see a lot more days like this.
Yeah. Now, Kimberly, we did not skip you. She said you skipped me. I'd be writing in the comments. Listen, we didn't skip you. I read 2 of your comments. Okay, relax.
Impatient.
Relax. And also, Kimberly, we don't read every single comment in here, okay? If you need to have your comment heard, there's one way to guarantee that we will read your comment, and that is our version of Super Chat, okay? Right below B, $ LBHTShow. That is the Cash App and the pin link that you see in the chat box. Those are the 2 ways that you can get your comment highlighted and guarantee that we read it, and we give you a nice little animation right here, okay? That's the one guarantee way. But look, after a win, people are in here. We got almost 90 people in here. They're going to be in the chat box. We're not going to get to every single comment. All right. But we got love for you, Kimberly. You know that. Chocolate Lady Cat, what's going on? Says, so I was a Josh Allen hater, but not as much as I used to. My hate for the Bills is long-term, though. My baby boy did his thing today. Okay. I think the hate that we have as Ravens fans for Josh Allen comes from the comparisons to Lamar Jackson early on, right? When Josh Allen was not good. And a lot of the scrutiny that Lamar was getting should have went towards Josh Allen since he was a higher pick, right? And he just wasn't getting that. And when he got weapons around him and he took off, then there's even more comparisons, and people were just left and right saying he's the better player. But them beating us in the playoffs didn't help either.
Yeah.
But that's not anything coming from the Bills fans. That's not anything coming, because most Bills fans will tell you, like, look, we like our quarterback, but we like Lamar Jackson
Bills
too.
fans are pretty cool, man.
They are. Most of them tell you, like, look, we'll take either one, right? So that that comes from the media, So I don't have any hate towards the Bills, and Josh Allen's fun to watch to me, but not right now. They look bad.
Yeah, they do.
Let me go over the stats. Let me go over the stats for Lamar Jackson here. He was 21 for 27, 357 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. I don't see a QB rating on here, but I would assume it's pretty high. 155.
Yeah.
Also not okay. Also 9 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown. So 4 total touchdowns. Gus Edwards, 14 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Justice Hill, 4 carries, 46 yards, and a fumble. Did they put that fumble on him or Lamar?
No, they put it on Lamar.
Okay. Well, that helps my fantasy team. Gus Edwards leading all receivers in yards. Yes. 1 catch, 80 yards. All right, 80-yard average.
And this is where we're going to call out the coaching again, because if you got a guy averaging 80 yards of reception, he got to get more than one target, right? How you do that? How you throw the ball to him one time when he's averaging
catch? That's right, Dandy. Himar Jackson. Okay. Rashad Bateman, 2 catches, 36 yards. Odell, 5 catches, 49. He's starting to pick it up a little bit. He's getting a little bit more snaps. He's getting a little bit more active out there. He's starting to look comfortable. I think the second half of the season, he's going to really take off. Mark Andrews, 4 catches, 63 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good day. Nelson Aguilar. He had 1 catch, 12 yards, and a touchdown. That's what I like to see. All right. But yeah, get a lot of passing. Well, not a lot of passing, only 27 attempts. But I like the way they I mean, it's more, but I like the way they call the plays. They got the passing going early on. It wasn't a clunky, offense. It flowed smoothly, a few runs came out of the passing formation, just that's how you need to call for Lamar, man. Because me and B were just talking earlier about how, look, most teams just don't know how to handle black quarterbacks, right? And we're probably going to do a video on that. Most teams, and that's historically, there's only a handful of teams that have handled their talented black quarterback well, right? Most of the time, you get a quarterback that's athletic but also accurate. Teams don't know what to do with it, even if they're not accurate. Yeah. Right? They see a guy that's talented, and then their mind just goes to, we can do less on that side. He doesn't really need we don't need to air it out. Okay. We can use his legs, and we can play defense. A lot of coaches go to that mindset, but the ones that don't have that mindset, the ones that say, man, we got to give that quarterback even more. I mean, 2 of them were in the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Right. So when you got a talented quarterback, you give them more, not less. Don't worry about the color of the skin. Chan Wu, what's going on? Says Lamar played great, MVP. He did. He can look like this every week if you give him some more talent. Mark Andrews showed up the first time in a while. Yeah. Excellent game today.
What do you mean, Jay? What happened?
He says, Panthers about to get talked bad about. What happened, Jay? Don't tease us. We're doing a live stream. What's going on?
Oh, are you just referring to them having no idea how to build around black quarterbacks? now with 2 separate owners. Is that what you're referring to? We weren't going to bring that up right now, Jay. Calm down, man. This is a happy show.
Jeremy says, I think a big problem is that most black quarterbacks don't have black coordinators. We've only seen that combo work recently, Bieniemy and Mahomes. Oh,
I'll tell you what, Jeremy, that may be true. That may be true, but the problem isn't what you're saying then. Okay? It's not that black quarterbacks need black coordinators. It's stop being racist.
Yeah, I think there's some white coordinators that would love to get their hands on Lamar Jackson and will do wonders with them. You know, but it's just.
I bet one of them's in Detroit right now.
Well, he's black.
No, Ben Johnson's not black.
Oh no, I'm thinking Aaron Glenn. He's defense.
Yeah, he's the defensive coordinator.
He's defensive coordinator. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, this is a generations long problem with the league, and it still shows to this day, right? Mm-hmm. I think because more black quarterbacks are coming out, you know, like those are the top, those are the more talented quarterbacks now. Their teams are forced to start to change their mindset because look, you're not going to get your prototypical quarterback anymore. Like those guys aren't going to do it, right? So you have to change the way you call these games. And plus, athletic quarterbacks, everybody wants an athletic quarterback now, right? You don't have to be Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson type, but they got to have some sort of athleticism now. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't be a statue anymore. Kogan, what's going on? Says, what do y'all think influenced R to actually keep the foot on the gas for once this season? Monken goes rogue. Steve having a chat with Harbaugh, or Harbaugh waking up to reality. Harbaugh didn't wake up to reality. I just think, I think we just executed a little bit better. I don't think we were really that aggressive in the second half.
Yeah, they scored 28 in the first 10 in the second half. So I don't know if we would call it keeping their foot on the gas necessarily. But yeah, like I said, they just played better. I think the play calling was better in the red zone, and you know, obviously that led to more touchdowns early on. And the defense didn't let up. Mm-hmm. You know, the defense didn't allow Detroit to start to get back into the game, and so they were able to just coast. Hopefully, that's something that we see, you know, continuing with Baltimore moving forward. But yeah, I wouldn't say that their mindset was particularly different in this one.
Yeah, I think they showed the ability to pass early on. Those plays worked, and I think that just threw the Lions for a loop because, you know, these teams, man, like these coaches, these defensive coordinators, they buy into that talk of, you know, force Lamar to pass the ball. They, you know, we heard that last year, right, from anonymous sources that, you know, some current coordinators or whoever were like, yeah, I don't care what the stats say, he can't pass, he can't throw, right? I think they buy into that, and you know, until they play him, they want to see if he can get it done, right? And you know, the offense has struggled recently. I get it, right? Hey, we're gonna put some pressure on them. The O-line ain't gonna hold up. You know, receivers ain't gonna catch the ball. You know, let's do that game plan. But the O-line did hold up. The receivers were catching the ball, and they got lit up. And then once you start lighting it up through the air, then you have a real problem on your hands because, okay, Lamar could throw, his receivers are catching it. What do we do now? Because if we spread out and try to cover these guys, he's going to run, right? Mm-hmm. And we don't want that either. So how do we defend that? That's very hard to defend.
Yeah. And that's always kind of been our point about the Ravens needing to go out and really invest in offense, because if you have threats in the pass game, how do you defend the Ravens? You can't. Because you'll have, you have big time receivers. You have Mark Andrews at tight end. You have Lamar Jackson, who can always make something happen with his legs if it's not there, you know, in terms of passing. And then they had a good O-line and they had decent running backs and they were able to run the ball almost at will as well. But Baltimore never really wanted to put that theory into practice. So. Yeah.
Let me give some love to the defense. I didn't read any stats off of the defense. Roquan had a total of 8 tackles. Kyle Hamilton, 7 tackles. Justin Madubuike had a sack. He's playing solid. He's being consistent. Geno Stone had another interception. Kyle Van Noy had 2 sacks today. All right. Odafe Owe had a sack and a forced fumble. He said, "I'm back, baby." All right. The O Express is back. All right. Patrick Queen had 5 tackles. He got hurt, but I think he came back, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Solid game performance. More than solid. Dominant performance from that defense.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the only I mean, a couple of Lions had decent days. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a good day. You're not really going to be able to really shut him down, the level of receiver he is. Jahmyr Gibbs had a good day. But even Amon-Ra, like, he had 13 catches to get his 102 yards. You know?
Right.
That's
7.8 yards per catch.
Jahmyr Gibbs, they were kind of force feeding in the second half to get him to those numbers. Sam Laporta he had an okay day. But you know, I said that Jared Goff was due for a bad game, and you know, that's what we saw. He threw the ball 53 times for 284 yards.
Yeah.
You know, they just weren't really able to get anything going.
Yeah. What's up, Ryan C? He says, seeing as Deshaun is now an injury worry for Cleveland, do you see them still as competition for the Ravens and AFC North? Yeah, AFC North, or is the Bengals still a bigger worry?
Listen, man, you talk about Deshaun and being an injury concern, but from where I'm sitting, they undefeated when Roughnecks legend PJ Walker gets on the field.
Did they lose today?
They did not lose today. They scored on 4th and 1 from the 1 yard line with 15 seconds left in the game to win it 39-38.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Let me read this from Money Making Mitch. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the donation. Says, sorry, Jose, but I refuse to believe an NFL coach will believe he can just keep Lamar in the pocket and he won't beat them. He has shown on tape he can throw the ball. Well, I mean, those aren't our words, right?
Right.
These are words from actual coaches that speak anonymously, right? You guys don't remember that report? Who was it? Adam Schefter, who put that out? You know, like these are people that coach defenses, coach teams around the league that are saying, "Nah, we don't believe he's that good." You know?
Yeah, I mean, and I don't, you know, it's been a while now, but the quote was also talking about how he won MVP, but doesn't really have the talent. He's not a high level quarterback in the league. But yeah, there are absolutely people who believe that. Like, all you have to do is go on social media and type in Lamar Jackson, you'll see a ton of people that believe he can't throw.
But you know, in that article, some anonymous people were saying that the same thing about Pat Mahomes as well.
Yeah,
they didn't think Pat Mahomes was that good. So I mean, there are idiots out there. I know it's hard to believe, right? Because you're like, well, these are professionals. But we keep saying, man, like half of these people in the league are not. They're not good enough to be in the league. They got that position through nepotism. They're not pro level coaches, right? They're just in a pro level position, but they're not pro level coaches.
But to answer your question for real, Ryan, see, the Bengals are always going to be the bigger concern than Cleveland until they really fix the quarterback position, because Deshaun doesn't look like he's got it anymore for whatever reason.
So did he get hurt? He
did get hurt again. He was hurt coming into the game, but he was cleared to play. He didn't play particularly well in this one. Let me pull it up here. He was 1 for 5 with an interception before going out again, and then PJ Walker came in.
I was going to say, I'm starting to be worried about the Browns because their defense is so solid, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, they gave up 38 points today, so I don't know what to make of that.
Gardner Minshew.
Okay, a couple of scores. So B just mentioned the Browns won 39-38. Okay, won the last second play on 4th down. The Falcons win 16-13 over the Bucks. Ooh. Jaguars beat the Saints on Thursday night, 31-24. The Bears beat the Raiders 30-12. Man, my picks this week, man. Ugh, yuck. Giants beat the Commanders 14-7. All right. Patriots over the Bills. Oh my God, I got all these wrong. 29-25. And most of you guys got it wrong too. Don't laugh at me. Most of you guys got it wrong. Right now, Cardinals are up 10-7 on the Seahawks. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Chargers and Chiefs are in a close game. Chiefs up 17-16. And it's tied. Steelers and Rams 3-3. Broncos are up on the Packers 6-0. What is going on?
There's been a lot of scoring. It's tied 17-17 with the Chiefs and the Chargers. There's been a lot of scoring since the last time I looked.
Wow.
Rashee Rice got a touchdown, though.
Colts are better with Gardner Minshew. Wow.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Sure.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. He's won one game. That was against us.
Right.
I don't think they're better.
Gardner Minshew turned the ball over 4 times today, mind you.
Yeah, I don't think they're better. Let's see what else we got here. PJ Walker has won some games, but regardless, I can't wait for the Browns and Ravens. Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. We said we're gonna keep this short. It was a complete beatdown. Very happy about this win. Although it was predictable. If you watch the show, we've been saying it for a while that these are the games that John Harbaugh gets his team ready for, and when they're playing, up to their potential, they can do stuff like this, right? Lamar is that kind of quarterback, so they're able to do this. I'm telling you right now, I expect the same type of performance when we go and play the 49ers. I think we're going to beat the 49ers. I don't think it's going to be a real big problem.
Yeah.
Right. And the 49ers, I still think are one of the top teams in the league. But those are the games that we get up for. I'm worried about when we have to play the Browns again. Right. I'm worried about those. I'm worried if we have to play Chicago. Like, what's that game going to look like? Those are the games that bother me because we just never show up ready to play. Mr. Galloway, what's going on? Salute to you, my friend.
What's up, Dre?
For all things hip hop, subscribe to Mr. Galloway. All right. Dope content creator. He puts out dope music. All right. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right. Hendo says he's played in all games because AR couldn't finish. I know.
That's fine, but Gardner can't start or finish. And he is not a good quarterback. You know that. Don't try to look. I don't know if you're trying to make this a bit, but don't try to extend your Jared Goff nonsense over to Gardner Minshew. All right, he's not good. He's bad.
Was it Jared Goff take? He's better than Josh Allen.
He's better than Josh Allen. He's better than Dak Prescott. He's better than Cousins. He's better. He was struggling because I was like, there's no way you think that he's a top 10 quarterback. You don't. And so we went.
He's better. I take him over Kirk Cousins.
We went team by team, but no, this is what I said because I don't like Kirk Cousins. You know that, but yes. I'm like the only reason that you're even talking about Jared Goff in this way is because of his stats. Because he has really nice stats over the last year, right? Yes. Kirk Cousins' stats are better. So you can't then take Jared Goff over Kirk Cousins when the only basis for your argument is stats. Because again, Jared Goff hasn't won anything. He said Jared Goff over Matt Stafford, even though Matt Stafford took his job and won a Super Bowl, a thing that Jared Goff couldn't do. It was sad. It was a sad display. All right. I mean, he was reaching. He was reaching with several of those picks to try and make sure he got into the top 10.
Hey, salute to George Dixon.
Disgusted.
Salute to George Dixon for subscribing. Also, earlier, right before we came live, this guy, a girl, subscribed. Laid back shark. Laid back shark. Laid back shark. Salute. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much. We told you guys on Wednesday's show that we have some goals that we're trying to hit this year, right? Well, at the end of that stream, we wanted to get 1,600 subscribers. You guys helped us get over that. Thank you so much. Yes, we are trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the football season. We're also trying to get to, this is a lofty goal. I know that. We're trying to get to 100 patrons on patreon.com/LBHTShow. We're over 50 right now, right? So if you want to support the show for a nominal fee, okay, as little as $5 a month, it goes a long way towards helping us give you some dope content. All right. So patreon.com/LBHTShow is how you can do that. B, tell them real quick what they can get for signing up for our tiers.
So we have the $5 tier, which gets you into our, obviously not now, but into our NFL Pick'em League, where we give away a custom LBHT trophy at the end of the year to whoever wins that. Hendo scammed his way into it last year. This was our previous trophy. We got to see what the trophy is actually going to be this season, but we'll get that worked out. We have the $10 tier, which gets you into our fantasy football leagues. We have a dynasty league going on where we give away
also the $10 tier.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Oh, my bad.
We have a custom championship belt that we give out for the $10 tier for the winner of the Dynasty League. We have a redraft league as well. And if there's enough interest, we can start up another Dynasty League there. Like Jose just showed you, we have the LBHT Crew Coin. We have a $20 tier, which is a combined tier for this show and our boxing podcast, Ring Kings podcast. We also have the $60 tier, which is the creator tier for people who are interested in starting up a YouTube channel, or maybe started one recently, or a podcast, and you just want some advice on how to get going, how to avoid some of the common pitfalls of content creators.
Yes, indeed. Hendo says, no sharks, please. I know. If you had kids, you understand that. You understood that reference. Okay. It sounds like a little bop at first, and then you hear it every day, all day. And
it's like the song that never ends.
Yeah.
Just goes on and
on. Yes, NDT Sports says Jared Goff would have been good 15 years ago, because now you have to be mobile quarterback. Now that game, being just a pocket passer basically is not good enough. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I agree. You gotta be better than that. I still take him over. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins has been blessed with all the talent around him since the time he took the field, even in Washington.
And listen, the greatest blessing that if we're being honest, white quarterbacks have is not that teams build around them and get them talent and get them protection. The greatest blessing that white quarterbacks have is a lack of expectations, because Matt Stafford ain't had no expectations for all that time he spent in Detroit. None. Josh Allen apparently doesn't have any expectations now. Look, despite being on one of the better, allegedly, teams in the league.
Credit to Matt Stafford for finally getting it done. I didn't think he was ever going to get it done, right?
Credit to Sean.
But he was the number 1 overall pick when he was drafted.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of he had Calvin Johnson, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, Megatron, and they couldn't make the playoffs. I think he made the playoffs twice?
2 or 3 times, and I think they won maybe one playoff game. I can't remember. I have to look. I went back and I looked, because the people like to say that they just never had a good defense, which isn't true.
Not true.
They had a couple of good defenses there, and they were just wasted.
When Ndamukong Suh was there, they had top 10 defenses.
Yeah,
right. A couple times, they had everything that they needed to win. But you're talking about 13 years where he didn't win a playoff game.
Matt Stafford really he had an under 500 record in Detroit for his career, and when he went to the Rams, he tried to throw that Super Bowl away.
In fact, I gotta look now because I said at the time, I was like, even if he went 16-0 with the Rams, he would just hit 500. Right?
I think he's over 500 now, because a lot of their really bad stretch he wasn't playing. I think he's over 500 now.
Smart. So these are the type of things, and does that mean he's a bad quarterback? No, obviously not. He's a good quarterback, but you never once heard in the media anybody saying anything about Matt Stafford, right? No, there's no expectation.
No.
Lamar Jackson, he only won one playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Can he go further in the playoffs? And he's only been playing for 5 years. There's absolutely no expectation. When you guys ever hear, man, Kirk Cousins got to get it done. Kirk Cousins made a lot of money in the league.
That team got to the NFC Championship game with Case Keenum, and they brought in Kirk Cousins and got worse. And people are like, it's Kirk though.
Yeah, I mean, there's no expectation, so that's why we push back on a lot of those narratives. Because think about these guys, it's definitely a racial issue, Jeremy. You're right. That's all it is. That's all it is. You know, some of it is subconscious from the fans, right? You don't think about it. You know, if you're a white fan and you're watching Kurt or Matt Stafford, you can relate more to them. You know, but you got to ask yourself those questions when people bring it up. Like, hey, how come this person doesn't get any flack, right? How come he doesn't get any smoke, right? Why is it always about Lamar Jackson? You know,
Ryan, see, Atlanta is wasting the talent of everyone who's in Atlanta right now. That coach got to go.
He got to go.
He got to go. Now today they said that Bijan, I think he was sick, wasn't feeling well. That's why he wasn't really involved in the game. He had one carry, but they've got Bijan Robinson, they've got Drake London, they got Kyle Pitts, they got Cordell Patterson, they got Tyler Algier, and they are wasting all of them.
Yeah.
You know, granted, part of that is on Desmond Ridder and him just not being very good, but you know, a big part of that is on the coach as well. I will say I was wrong. I thought that by week 6, Taylor Heineke would be in there, but Desmond, he credit to him, man. He got me. He threw in about 6 quarters of good play and bought himself probably a couple more weeks. But I still think we're going to see Heineke before the end of the year.
Yeah, I am surprised we haven't seen him yet. I'm surprised. Desmond Ridder does not look good.
No, he does not. He's not.
Okay, well, we can wrap this up.
He's gonna have a long, successful career as a backup, though.
Desmond Ridder.
Yeah. People are gonna look at him and be like, "That's a good, solid backup right there."
All right, the Seahawks take the lead, 14-10. Rams take the lead. It's 9-3 at halftime. What's going on? Still tied up. Chargers and Chiefs, 17-17. Broncos are still up 6-0 over the Packers. 2 bad teams, man. Packers are bad too.
Yeah, they really are. And it's, you know, Jordan Love is not good, man. Like
he's not. I thought he was gonna break out this year. All right, I've been in his corner this whole time, but he's not looking good.
It's all bad, man. It's all bad.
Oscar says the thing about black QBs is that the establishment, they don't see them. They don't want to see them succeed. I think they just don't believe in them. It's ingrained in the culture, right? And when you have certain practices and this is what happens when you have jobs passed on to children, family members, you know what I'm saying, close friends. That mindset, it's hard to get rid of because it's passed on, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like that. You know, like you don't have good hiring practices, so you don't hire people that come in with fresh a fresh perspective on things. Yeah. So even though these younger coaches may not think that they have a problem with black quarterbacks, the way they saw their fathers, or uncles, or whoever coached the game, you know, when they get a black quarterback on the team, they feel like this is how they have to coach that quarterback. They don't really give them a chance to, you know, to really go out there and air it out. It's very hard to break that mindset.
And you know, that's why I've in the past compared it to a person who learns to play an instrument like piano versus a person who's taught to play a song, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, you can sit down and you can play whatever song you're taught to play and not know how to play a piano. And that's what goes on with a lot of coaches in the league. They're taught a certain way. They're taught one scheme. They're taught a certain way of doing things, certain way of running practices, certain way of treating players, certain way of scouting players, and they can't ever break out of that because that's just all they know. It's not that they're you know, masters of the of you know, football knowledge. You know, they don't have all the knowledge. They can't mix and match things. They can't tailor their scheme to the talent they have and things like that. It's just they're taught a certain way. And, you know, in some ways that's okay. Like, everybody doesn't have the talent to be able to be that flexible, right? But I think it's the majority of coaches in the NFL who are just kind of, you know, made on a production line, essentially, right? Yeah. That's why they make such a big deal about coaching trees. Yeah, Bill Belichick taught you what he does, but you're not Bill Belichick, so you can't do it. Like when you go somewhere else, you can't actually replicate that. But where I was going with that is I wanted to say that that's not what's going on in Green Bay. Jordan Love sucks. That's the issue with the Green Bay Packers. Is Jordan Love is very bad at throwing the football, and he can't find it. They have talented receivers, and now granted they are young. Their receivers are young, but he's got Christian Watson, he's got Romeo Doubs, he's got Jaden Reed. They just drafted Luke Musgrave. Throw the goddamn ball, bro. Like get it near them, they'll probably catch it and they'll make plays. Jordan Love is bad.
Yeah. I can't defend it right now. He's bad right now. I still have faith in him, but he's letting me down.
I ain't got no faith in him. And maybe he'll play better and change my mind later, but he's bad.
Yeah. Okay. I got take a closer look at Josh Allen. He might be letting me down too. I don't think he's playing bad, but I have to take a look at it because this team, there's something off. And at some point, you got to start looking at how they're going to keep talent around him. Because I don't know. I don't want to see what it's like for him if talent drops off for him. All right. I think he's grown as a passer. I think he can still thrive, but I don't think he can do like what Mahomes is doing, right? Or what like Lamar has been doing. Have just some guys out there, and you're still getting it done. I don't know if Josh Allen is there yet. I don't know. Okay, maybe he is. I don't know. But I don't want to see it either. You have a talented quarterback. Keep talent around him.
Yeah.
I don't need to find that out. Just keep talent around him. Okay. Ropod says he's not playing good. I don't know. You might be right. I'll have to take a closer look. All right. But all right.
You know who is playing good? Geno Smith out here throwing his second touchdown of the day. 12 for 15, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. He threw one to something called Jake Bobo.
Who?
Jake Bobo.
Never heard of him.
Out of UCLA, who ran nearly a 5-second 40.
Hey man.
Allegedly.
Hey man, he still got the game speed. Davon, what's going on?
31-yard touchdown though.
Davon made it to a live stream. Says good win today. I will be on the replay. Hey, salute, man. Thanks for coming through. All right, yes, just Aloe said hit that like button. Hit the like button on your way out. We're about to wrap this up. Good win. Nothing but good things to say. All right. You want more of a breakdown? Tune in tomorrow on the Ravens Roundup, which you can find right here. Sip to Tally. Okay. Go over the Sip to Tally. That's Coach Evans' channel. The whole crew will be there. We'll be there. Hendo from the Rogue Pod. I'm not sure if Mike is going to be there. I'm not sure if he's back yet. I should call him. Open mic with OTR Mike and Chris Just Joking from the Deep Cover Podcast. Okay. That is the Ravens Roundup. 9 p.m. Eastern time is where you will find us. So hit that subscribe button over there. And we'll be talking about this more. And then we'll be back on Wednesday for another, what is it?
Mahomes threw an interception, man. I don't need you going backwards, Patrick. All right. I need them points.
It's getting real now. Now the real game is here. The fantasy football game.
That's right.
Yes, we'll be back here Wednesday, 7:15 p.m. for the LBHT show. Make sure you subscribe. We've been dropping more videos. I actually got one in the queue now where we're talking about Pat McAfee and Aaron Rodgers. That might go out later today. So subscribe, turn on those notification bells so you don't miss any of our videos. Because we got a lot of content that we're trying to give you guys. All right. And we got goals. What are the goals? 2,000 subscribers, 100 patrons by the end of the year. All right.
I was going to say retirement. Fund our retirement from our full-time jobs.
That's the long-term goal. Okay.
That's the today goal.
Raven Ron said about that fantasy football league. Look, it's okay, man. I'm going to send you some trade offers pretty soon.
No, okay? it's cool.
Go ahead and hit accept.
We're going to find a replacement.
Just go ahead and hit accept. I'm going to send you some offers. Don't even worry about that. All right.
We're going to find a replacement, Ron. Don't worry.
Hendo, are you streaming tonight? I think Hendo is streaming tonight. Make sure you subscribe over to the Rogue Pod. Okay, right here. Okay. So you want some more Ravens talk? That's where you go. I think Coach Evans, I'm not sure if he's still doing his call-in show. He might be doing his call-in show right now. Go over there. He did 3 hours for you guys live streaming for the game. All right. This is a crew. This is where you get all the content that you need. All right. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to be surfing YouTube looking at anything else. All right. Look at the crew, right? You need help. These are what the logos look like. You're here. You know what our logo looks like, right? That's Open Mic with OTR Mike. All right. That's Coach Evans, Sip to Tally. That's the Deep Cover Pod. Okay. Chris Just Joking, Carrie, and Mike. All right. You got, I said Hand Up on the Road Pod. I said him already, right?
Yeah.
Hand Up on the Road Pod. You got Ferris from the Highlights. Let's Get Ready Network. Okay. You got Suge Knight 323. He's a Steelers fan. You won't know by his logo or the content because he loves the Ravens. And you got Ring Kings Podcast. Okay, that's us and OTR Mike. We got a lot here. Okay, so just go over there. Just subscribe to all those places. Don't even think about it. Just do it right now. All right. Okay, we are out of here. B, are you ready?
I am ready.
Osmond is right. This is the best crew.
Yes.
This is the best crew. And you guys are the best fans. All right. We love you guys. You guys are awesome. Keep supporting. Remember, patreon.com/LBHTShow. 100. That's the goal. 100 patrons. All right. That's what we're trying to get to by the end of the year. So, after, look, I know the holidays gets a little tight. Okay. After the holidays, you get a little more money in your pocket. Support.
If you want to find some cheap gifts for all your friends and loved ones, subscriptions to patreon.com/LBHTShow. And that's a gift that keeps on giving because it's a real cheap gift for you. And then those people who receive that gift will not ask you for gifts in the future.
There you go. Or some merch. You like that beanie that B's wearing? That's on our store. Patreon. Not Patreon. LBHTShow.com/shop. I know. I messed up. There you go. Look, I made up for it. Bam. There you go. LBHTShow.com/shop. Okay. There's lots of gift ideas right there. Okay. So check it out. Purchase something. Support the show.
I gotta go and buy something myself because I just got myself some new AirPods. I gotta get that AirPod case with microphone.
That's right. So, yeah. That's right.
It's looking kind of plain. I need to get Microphone Man on there.
I forgot. We had that. All right. We are out of here. B, you ready?
Yeah.
He is ready.
Still.
Hey, go Ravens. This is how we need to play every week. Let's keep it going. Y'all have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the games. And we will see you tomorrow on Sip to Tally for the Ravens Roundup.
And also go Panthers. Go get them picks.
Peace.